Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today I'm going to be reviewing a live action Disney film. And that film is this one here, folks. Yup. I've seen this recently, so I figured I would review it. And that's the thing, folks. I know lots of people tend to review animated films instead when it comes to the studio. But believe it or not, the studio had actually made some live action films. So I figured I would do this one because it's not very often that people review live action stuff when it comes to Disney. But anyway, as always, let's talk about the plot of this film, shall we? So let's get into it. Yes, sirree. So this film takes place in the year 1935, where this 15-year-old tomboy lives in Chicago with her unemployed widow father. After being out of work because of the Great Depression, the father character applies for work as a lumberjack in Washington. However, to take the job, he must leave on almost no notice on a company bus, so to speak. So, unable to find his child before deporting, he leaves her with a letter promising to send her to the fair to join him as soon as he has earned it, I guess you can say. However, meanwhile, he makes arrangements with a particular person, the shallow and insensitive innkeeper of their rooming house, so that the child can stay under Sona supervision temporarily. So of course, there's this whole big grand adventure that must be going on, of course. So we got these under the circumstances where the main character has to do certain things to do what's right and what's wrong. So of course, there's a grand adventure feeling to this kind of a thing. But this is a Disney movie, so of course that kind of a thing is going to happen, folks. So the film overall has this adventurous feel towards it. So again, one of the reasons I wanted to review this film is because I want to talk about something that they don't really talk about that often, at least not very often anyway, when it comes to Disney films. When it comes to Disney films, they tend to just review the animated stuff. But anyway, the theme of this film is the come of age kind of idea, which has been done before, but I do like the execution of this. The film overall was actually pretty good. The company has done a pretty good job with the storytelling, the direction, so on and so forth, because I like what was done here, folks. The music itself isn't too bad, and I would say this film is definitely worth getting your hands into if you're into the whole adventure type stuff. So personally speaking, folks, I didn't think this was bad of a movie overall. It was quite good. I like the acting. The acting overall was actually pretty solid, I guess you can say. So the film itself does contain some pretty good acting overall from everyone. The editing was pretty good. You're gonna tell this film actually had a budget because you're gonna actually tell by looking at it. So this film is actually out on Blu-ray as well. So I would suggest getting this on Blu-ray if you want to, or just the DVD is just fine. I'll just watch the regular DVD edition, folks. So if you haven't checked this film as of yet, also give this film a chance. So I figured I'll review this because I've seen this before. I've seen it already, and you can actually get this for a fairly cheap price on DVD. So overall, folks, this film is a good movie. I can say the music is pretty good. I really did like the music in here, folks. And the music as a whole is a nice touch for this film. So they could try to make it emotional in some ways. So the music does help to do so. So that's not bad at all, really. So that aside, I can also say the locations, the way this film was shot was nicely done. The scenery was really good, folks. I like the locations in which this film took place in. So that came out really nice. The locations came out rather nice. So this really came out like some grand, big journey that the main character has to go through. So that's really good there, folks. So I really appreciate Disney putting a lot of effort into this feature. And it is a shame that they don't talk about the live action films that often, really. this is definitely one of the better live-action films I've seen. So, this is one of the more older films they made. This film was released during the mid 1980s. Yeah, that's the thing, folks. I find the older live-action films to be a lot better than a lot of the live-action films that they're releasing nowadays. So, yeah, definitely the old live-action Disney films definitely have their own charm. So I would highly recommend this, folks, honestly, because it's actually pretty good. And it really does have its own charm. It's a lot better than what's coming out now. Definitely better than the 2 live-action films of Cinderella they made. Man, those films were lousy. Oh boy. Hey, those movies were pretty good. My name is Rick. Hey, shut up, Rick. No one likes you, okay? And those films are terrible. So anyway, this film is much better, I guess you can say. It's just a certain charm of these old Disney live-action films. The new live-action films from the studio, for some odd reason, they just don't have the same feel, really, folks. I don't know, I guess you can say they have more passion to it, really. I guess they cared more back then. They're not just looking into the cash cow, I guess you can say. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe they weren't only looking for just for money, really. Not just the cash, not just to make profit. I mean, don't get me wrong, folks. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make money. That's not a bad thing. I'm just pointing that out. I just wish to put more effort into the live-action films like they have done in the past. But anyway, as I was saying, folks, money was not the primary goal. I mean, I understand that this is a business. You do have to, continue to work. And one way to continue to work, to have a job, is to, make money. I do understand that. So I just wish that the studio would make more movies like this. Yeah, they don't make live-action films like this anymore. They really don't. So in some ways, it kind of saddens me because all the live-action films I've seen so far, with a few exceptions, of course, have been really good. And the vast majority, with a few exceptions, of these old live-action Disney films have been much better than their more recent work. So give me a break here. Come on now. I remember seeing the live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast in the movie theater, and oh boy, what a disappointment that was. Oh, that's one of the worst films I've ever seen. Just no, I never want to watch this film, this abomination, ever again. It was a huge mistake on my part. Oy. Anywho, I recommend this film, folks, because it's genuinely a really solid film, so I highly recommend it. So anyway, folks, there's not much else I can say about this film other than the fact it's pretty good. It will get an overall rating of a 6.8 out of 10. It gets a 6.8 out of 10 from me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, oh yeah.